Hi guys, good day and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kuli. Hope you guys are doing good. So today we'll be learning how to make this asymmetric shirt dress. It's not shirt, but it's somehow shirt. Let me just say it's a short dress with a placket and collar. So then we are going to be attaching those ruffles to it too. So if this is what you love to learn, please make sure to stay tuned, like and share. So the first thing, it's best you cut this on your pattern paper. It's best to cut it on the pattern paper, so as not to waste your fabric. But if you feel that you want to still cut it on your fabric, there's no problem. It's just still the same thing. But I feel that cutting it on the pattern paper will help you save some fabric. So we are going to do. I'm going to. Sorry guys, I didn't know that it has stopped recording, so I'll just take you through it. Please, this is just your normal, uh, basic bodies. So the first thing to do is to get your gown length. Our gown length is 40. So because I'm going to be attaching those ruffles down there, I'm not going to use 40. Then I'm going to minus 6 inches from 40. When you minus 6 inches, I'm not using six. When you minus 6 inches from 40, you have 34. 34, but I'm going to join it with half inch. So I'm going to get the length as 34.5. That's what I'm going to use as the length. So that's my 34.5. I'm going to extend the lines very well. So the remaining 6 inches will be the ruffle that I'm going to be attaching to the down part. So this is the 34 inches that I'm marking now. Please, you are cutting on fold and it's best you cut on your pattern paper. So I have 34 inches now. The length is 34 inches. So the next thing is to get is your waist location. I use 16 inches for her hip location, then 23 inches for her waist location, then 23 inches for her hip location. Then I did her shoulder measurements. I got her shoulder measurement, then did her chest line. I used 9.25 for her chest line. It depends on your size for this chest line. So once you get the chest line, then I took her around bust circumference. Her around bust circumference is 48 divided by 4. You have 12. Then I added extra 2 inches allowance on her hip. Then extra 2 inches allowance. You now check the total amount you have here. Whatever you have, I have 14. I brought it down to the hip. I marked 14. Then to the down part, the hemming part, I also marked the 14. Then on her waistline, I placed the 14 and minus 1 inch. So I made the waist part 13 inches so that to like have a little fit there. So for the neck width, and I'm going to be attaching collar. So I used, because she's big somehow, I used 3 inches for the width, the depth. I used 3 inches for the front. Then for the back, I used for the back I used 1 inch for the depth. So whatever because we are going to be attaching a collar, I'll just advise you to use for the depth. For this depth now, I'll just advise you to use 2.5. Then for the width, I also use 2.5, especially if you are not a big person. So that is what I did. Then I connected the lines and everything. The next thing now is I only cut the back neckline and the back armhole. So once you have it, everything set like this, you're going to open it up, notch the middle part, or just make a mark there, notch it. So for the slant now, you now determine where you want your slant to start from. The place you want your slant to start from. If you do you want it to be at the left hand side or the right hand side. So whatever you determine or whatever you choose, you are going to. So I want hers to be on the left hand side. To start on the left hand side. So once you have it drafted out this way, you now determine where you want your slant to start from. I want it to be on the left hand side. So I'll take this. You can decide to go up. I know that this person will not really like to wear something that is very short. So from this part now, I'll go up by 5 inches. I just want to slant it a little. You can take it up to your hip if you wish, but this person will not like it really short. So I went up by 5 inches from this place. I went up by 5 inches. So I'm going to slant it. So I'll slant from the 5 inches to this place. So this way, just slant straight. So this is how we are going to have it. If you feel that the slant is not up enough, I'm going to maybe go up by 1 inch again and try to connect it with a little curve. So this is what we'll have. The next thing now is to cut it out. So I'm going to use this now I'll place it and cut the back before I'll cut the front. So I'll use the same pattern paper to cut the back and front. So this is what we have. So when I'm cutting it on the fabric now, I'm going to add half inch to this place or up to 1 inch because I want it to be free. I'll add up to 1 inch here and here also I'll add up to 1 inch. And when you're cutting it on your fabric, this is how you're going to cut it. You don't need to cut it. You don't need to place your fabric on fold. You're going to leave it this way. So I'll take it inside and cut it and show you the next thing. See this way. So this is the back part, because I want the slant to be on the left hand side. So the back part, I'm going to cut it this way with the right fabric facing down. Then the wrong one is facing up. For the back, this is how you're going to place the back. So this is the way you're going to place it and cut the
So
back.
I was not cutting it here, but the thing is that I had to
So
shorten the
this
length
is
again
it.
because
So
it
this way
came
I'm going
out
to
a
place
bit
it.
longer. So
I'll pin
on
it down, then
that
cut it like this.
slanted
Remember that the
part, I
wrong
went
side,
up by
right
two
side is
inches.
facing down.
Then the
Then when you're cutting the front, the right side of
lower
the
part, I
fabric will
went
face
up by
up.
two
So I'll pin
inches
this and cut
again.
it
That
and
is
show
a
you. Then
total
cut the neckline
of
and show you the
what I so the ruffle part. Now when I'm cutting it, I'm going to add that extra 2 inches that I removed. So instead of making the ruffle part 6 inches, I made it 8 inches long. That is what I did. So this is the back and front, and this is what we have. So that is just it for this. So the next thing is to cut the placket part. That is the part that will have button stand and button hole. So from the neckline, from the front neckline, I went down by 9 inches. You can go by 10. So after that, the place that your 9 inch stops, I went out by quarter of an inch. It's not up to half inch, but you can make yours up to half inch if you wish. I don't want it really wide. So once you have it, you just connect the lines, mark it the way I marked it here, then you cut it out. Just take your time and cut it out. Remember that you are going to be doing this on your fabric, not on the pattern paper. I just did it on the pattern paper for you guys to see it very well. So what I have after everything, what you should have there is 1 inch. Make sure it's up to 1 inch, or let it not be more than 1 inch. So what you have now, you have this. You are going to cut you are going to cut another straight fabric, like as if you are making your button stand, something like that. So you just have to cut it. Remember that this is 9 inch, so you have to cut a strap that is up to 5 up to 11 inches or 12 inches longer than the placket itself. So once you have that, I'm going to look at the ruffle part. I'm going to go and gather it. I use gather stitch just for the hem the down part, gather it, and the sleeve part is just your normal basic sleeve. Here I'll get the length of the sleeve. I used 20 because I'm going to be adding bands, so the length that I use is 22. I'm going to be adding 3 inches cuff, making everything 25. So I went down by 4 inches. I connected the armhole. I did my armhole cuff, and that is just where I go my elbow length, got her round sleeve measurement, her elbow length, then her cuff. That was what I did. I connected the lines and all that. So just your normal basic shirt sleeve that you need here. This is what the sleeve is going to look like. Remember that you are going to attach the cuff to it back. So that is just what you need for this.
so like I said. So once you have it like this is the amount that I used. You can determine the length that you want. This is up to 10 inches long. So once you have it, you're going to cut what you're going to, something like this is on fold. It should be like 2 inches. Then when you fold it, you have 1 inch. You make it, so if this is 10 inches long, this one is going to be like 13 inches long. It doesn't matter, it's just like an extra. So you're going to cut 2 pieces of that. You're cutting 2 pieces. So once you have it like this, you make this piece maybe 1 inch longer. Then you're going to sew with a straight stitch up to this point that is stopped. Just a little down. Then you back stitch on it. Also do the same thing up to this point. So once you have it, you are going to notch it slightly. So this is it. So we are going to notch this slightly. Notch it a little slightly. This way. So this other one we are going to notch it slightly too.
After notching it
So
slightly,
you
you
have
are
to do
going
this
to
before
pull
you
it
decide
in,
to
pull
do
it in. One is
this for
going
you
to
to do
lap
whatever you wish
on
to.
each
So
other.
once you notch
One
it
is going
before
to
you
lap on one. So that is how you get your shirt placket. Like it will not look your button stand as if you made a shirt. So just take your time and arrange it, and remember that one will be on top of one or top of each other. I don't know how to put it. Is in so this is how you're going to just take your time and arrange it very well inside so that it will stand straight. So once you have it, and make sure that it's equal, make sure that the neckline and everything aligns very well. So once you pull it out like this and one is on top of one, you're going to remember that after notching it slightly, you will have extra. So is that extra on that extra fabric, that's where you are going to back stitch on, and you will have it like this. Then in the front you also back stitch on it there. So that is just it. So the next thing now is to cut. Here I was done joining it. Sorry that I didn't show you guys how to attach a ruffle, which I know that you guys know how to attach a ruffle already. So this is the front. Once you are done, iron it, and this is what you have. You have it like this. The fabric is red, so it will not really show you what I did. So here I was done attaching it, and I've ironed it out. This is it, and I've gone ahead to attach the sleeve with the cuff. Please, I have a video on how to do this. I'll have to attach the cuff there, so I didn't really show it here. So the next thing is the ruffle, which I've attached already. You just have to gather it with your loose stitch, then draw it and make it the size of what you want. So the next thing now is to attach the collar. So you measure around your collar, starting from one placket to the other placket. I've gone ahead to iron my gum stay to the fabric. This is not a collar stay because I don't want it to come out really stiff. So whatever you have after measuring your neckline, you are going to divide it by 2. So I got 20 divided by 2 is 10. So that 10 also I'm going to divide it by 2 to get the midpoint, that is 5. So that is it. I'll just connect it to that. I went up by ½ inch, then connected it to that 5 inches. The next thing is to take your collar. This is the collar stand I'm making first. You have to take your collar, the length. I used 1.5 inches as the length. So that is what you do here. I'm doing a together collar. So the collar stand is always 1 inch longer than the collar 4. So I went in by 1 inch. I got the length of my collar 4. I used 2.5 or 2 inches. It depends on how long you want it. So I connected this also, then connected this part slantly. So this is your collar stand and your collar 4. Here I'm going to do a together cut collar. You can separate them if you want. It's just the same process, but here I don't want to separate them. I want to cut it together. So what's the way I'm cutting it? So this is my collar 4 and my collar stand, and it's a cut together collar. So when you open it up, and this is what you have. The next thing is to cut, because you cut the facing and you are using the same fabric as for the facing. So I'll place it and cut exactly the same thing again for the facing. I was done joining it. Just need to turn the upper part, the side, and the down part will be open, because that's the part you are going to be attaching to your clothes. That is the neckline. So you get the middle of the collar, also get the middle of your shirt, then attach it from one midpoint to the other. So that is basically what you need for this. So I'll just attach it to the cloth and wear it on the mannequin for you guys to see.